Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory given to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Honor and respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone and to the brothers that's doing the work every day, pushing the truth and teaching us, posting daily, man. To you I say shalom. Excuse me. I just wanted to touch base on a couple things, man, because this is just really getting ridiculous. And if you still, like, in this part, in this truth, at this point, like, this is honestly basic knowledge, like basic understanding. When you think about certain things in the truth and certain things that the scriptures imply about, like people, I've seen brothers, man, that claim to be in this truth, still talking about that those are UFOs, and they talking about the little gray and green men as you see on this picture here. Well, this video I got paused so y'all can see this. But they still talking about, man, the Bible ain't talking about, like, you know, that they the chariots of the Lord as far as, you know, being an actual UFO. They thinking they talking about horses and chariots just because they see that written in the Bible, and that ain't what it's talking about, man. They looking at it wrong, which that leads me to believe that they ain't really just got the understanding to be in this truth. I mean, it's all in the scriptures, man. Like, I'm gonna go to a couple of them right now. I'm gonna go to Deuteronomy 20 and 1 first. Is what I'm gonna go to. Cause I was reading, man. At first, I was scrolling down my Facebook, my social media, which is where, excuse me, I post most of my scriptures and stuff, and I post most of anything about this truth that I learn. You know, I learn daily, and this truth is an everyday thing. I'm still learning daily, and I post it on any and all of my social media, man, so the people can see it. And lately, I've been getting a whole lot of strange activity, you know. All kind of different things have been happening as far as my social media accounts. Anytime I try to go live, it won't let me. Like, when I post certain videos, it'll take almost an hour, you know, whether it be a reel or short video like I'm doing now, it'll take almost an hour or two for it to upload. And it's weird, man. I'm coming across weirder things now. Like, it's like they're trying to throw me off. But I'm not going to let it happen. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to go to Deuteronomy 20 and 1. And a few more scriptures, man, because this is just, it's ridiculous. It don't make no doggone sense. Deuteronomy 20 and 1. And it reads, when thou goest out to battle against thine enemies, and seest horses and chariots, and the people more than thou, be not afraid of them, for the Lord thy God is among thee, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. See, they looking at that horses, the word horses and the word chariots, man, and not doing no research, to be honest, man. You got to look up, I look up a lot of words, not doing no research on the words themselves. And that lead me to believe they ain't even listening to the prophets, man. Because anything that you find yourself confused about or needing help with, the prophets are there for that, man. They there for the edification. You can go to them on the comment boards and they'll lead you in the right direction, man. They'll guide you. But they looking at those two words, man, horses and chariots, and thinking that's literally what the Bible is talking about, and that's not what it's talking about. And I know it's a bunch of phonies out here that ain't teaching what they supposed to be teaching, but there's some good ones out here, man. Like Brother Amawan Abad, Brother GMS, South Carolina, Misters of the Kingdom. It's a bunch of them that's teaching this truth in its entirety, man. And I advise you and encourage you to go listen to them brothers, because they gonna teach you. They gonna give it to you raw. They ain't gonna pull no punches. And also, let's see. I'm gonna go to Psalm 68 and 17 too. I'm just touching on these few scriptures, man, that actually talk about the chariots to try to disarm some of this confusion that I keep seeing, man. But I'm trying to do my part as well. Like what I said, Psalm 68 and 17. 68, slide down to 17. Here it is right here. And it reads, the chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place. Again, like, you ever look up at the sky, you know, and I'm just using this for an example. You ever look up at the sky And you look at them clouds, man, and they seem to have flat bottoms. And you know they got advanced cloaking mechanisms, man. They can make themselves look like clouds. That's why I say, behold, he cometh with clouds. And I think Revelation 1:7. Like, that's the whole point. Like, he coming as a whirlwind. Like, he gonna look like, the chariot's gonna look like clouds. Also, Isaiah 66:15. It's a bunch of them. It's a bunch of scriptures, man, that talk about this, but these people ain't, man, they ain't reading. They ain't listening to the prophets. They just here for the ride, to be honest. They ain't gonna try to do no work. Here it is right here, Isaiah 66:16. 15. Excuse me, Slacky. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and rebuke with flames of fire. The prophets, they stay talking about this, man. Like, it's constant. They always touch base on these subjects because of the same thing I told you all in the beginning of this video. You got ignorant jakes out here talking about that they look green and gray men floating around in flying saucers, UFO. That's bullcrap. When the scriptures simply tell, I ain't gonna say strictly, I'm gonna say simply tell you. And the prophets end up breaking it down to us daily, man. But y'all still refuse, like, anyway. Also, Jeremiah 4:3. Jeremiah 4:3. I think it's 4:3. No, 4:13. Slakia, 4:13. Yep. Jeremiah 4:13. Behold, he shall come up as clouds, and his chariots shall be as a whirlwind. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe unto us, for we are spoiled. Like, I'm using these scriptures, man, because it's talking about whirlwinds, it's talking about chariots, it's talking about him coming up as clouds. It's all really tied together about like on the same subject. Sometimes these scriptures can be twofold, man. But with the proper teaching and the proper understanding, you'll be able to get that. All right, let's see. What else? I had two more. I think, like I said, Revelation 1:7. I'm going to read that one too, but I had another one in mind. I think it's Jeremiah 24. No, Jeremiah 23:18, I want to say. Jeremiah 23:18. I think that's it. Nope, it's 19. Jeremiah 23:19. Behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. Like, when I'm looking at that scripture, man, I'm thinking about the chariots coming down with concentrated laser beam fire, man, to finish up the job after these nuclear bombs go off. His fury is the men of the Lord, those mighty men that's going to be rose up in them chariots, man. But you got brothers out here, man, that's talking about they look green and gray men. They still talking about that. Oh, no, man, they going to be behind, like, white horses and white chairs laced in with gold wheels. No, them chariots going to be like gold and silver. That's what's going to be gold and silver, them chariots. Them so-called UFOs. Talking about little aliens. Man, you bugged out, dog. Look green and gray men. Brother Amawan, he go up in, Brother Amawan Abad, GMS Amawan Abad, he go into this all the time, man. Talking about how they got that task force rose up. He go into it all the time. They got a whole UFO watch force, a task force, whatever you want to call it up there, man. Cause they know the prophets telling the truth. They know it, man. And they scared. What else? I think I said Revelations 1:7. That's in the New Testament. Revelations 1. Yep. Revelations 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, a man. every single one of these scriptures that I done went into, man, is talking about the same thing. It's talking about the Most High coming back with clouds, coming back with his chariots. He ain't said nothing about coming back with no doggone aliens. Nothing about that. So for them brothers out there that don't believe that he coming back with the chariots of the Lord, the so-called UFOs, and not no little green and gray men on flying saucers, I don't know what to tell you, dog. I advise you to go listen to the proper teaching of this lesson to get your edification. Hopefully this has been kind of edifying to help y'all, man. The ones that's trying to listen and learn this truth to the right way and the best of their ability. Hopefully it's been edifying. Like I say, I learn every day, man, but I want to do my part also. I want to touch on key parts, and I want to keep on putting this truth out there too. You know, and if I'm wrong in any way, I'm always subject to correction. I ain't got no issue with being corrected. And that's what a lot of these brothers mess up at, man. Self-proclaimed prophets and teachers, man. We can talk about this truth and tell our people, but when it comes to certain times, you need to know how to hold your tongue. But as I said, all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Wakwakwadas. Shalom.